Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Today, I do appreciate you stopping by the way. We're going to do another Roost Brewery beer that my beer brother Greg has sent me. But this is their glimpse. It's a 7.8%er. But the biggest problem I have with this brewery, they don't date their stuff. You know, whether they're dating the carton, the 4-pack, the 6-pack, the case, the bumper of the truck on delivered it. I would not buy their beers, even though they make tasty beers. They have the gumption to put drink fresh on it, but yet they don't want to tell you how fresh it is, but not putting a date on it. So, if it was available here, it would sit on the shelf till the cows come home. I would not buy it. I don't care if it's a 10 beer. If you can't tell me how old the beer is, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. So, yesterday's beer, we did one from them, and it was very tasty, and it cost them a grade point. This one will too. I can't believe they have the gumption or the balls to put drink fresh on it, but they don't want to put a date on it, which lets them sell more beers, which is what they're in the beer business to do. But to have the gall to put drink fresh and then not put a date on it to know how fresh the beer is, this blows my mind. So hopefully they'll, and these guys are out of Vermont, hopefully they'll stick around Vermont, because if they were in Virginia, I got a feeling they wouldn't sell very many of them here. They wouldn't sell them to this guy anyway, because I wouldn't buy it. If it doesn't have a date on it, I'm not going to buy it. I don't care how good it is. Yeah, this one being a 7.8%, definitely into my go-to range. If it had a date on it, more than likely I would probably purchase this beer, since it's beer I was calling a New England style beer. Greg writes, the only brewery he stopped at, he heard good things about the small brewery in White River Junction, Vermont. Well, the good things is good, but the bad things is they neglect to put a date on their beers, so I would not buy them. So, because around here they break those out and you can buy them one at a time. So everybody may be jumping up and down in an uproar saying, oh, it's on the 4-pack, it's on the 6-pack, it's on the case, it's on the forehead of the head brewer. Okay. It needs to be on every damn can as far as I'm concerned. Otherwise I'm not going to buy it, because I don't buy a lot of 4-packs or 6-packs that I know don't have dates on them. So that's just the way that's just the way the ball rolls around this guy. So you can do what you want to. Don't base what you're going to buy on what this old man says. If you like their beers and you don't care it doesn't have a date on it, buy them all. Buy every one you can get your hands on. So we're going to find out what this one brings to the table. I got a feeling this is going to be a tasty beer, guys. Especially being a New England style beer. And it's called an IPA. They could actually call it a double IPA at that ABV. I don't consider it a double till it gets to 8%, but a lot of breweries, once it gets to 7.5 or up, they can call it a double if they want to. So anyway, Greg, thanks again. I do appreciate it, sir. Evidently, he's not as big a date Nazi as I am, but I am. So this is their glimpse. Let's jump over to Untapped and see if they have any additional information. They have none. And they're saying it's a 7.8%. And they're calling it an Imperial Double. On the can, it does say American Double IPA. So they are calling it a double at 7.8%. So they have that right too. I don't consider it a double till it gets to 8, but they can call it, once it gets to 7.5, they can call it a double if they choose to. So, there is no date. There is nothing written on it as far as I can see about when it was put in the can. Big 16-ounce can, plain Jane silver can with a stick-on label, which is a good thing. So, that is the only plus I have about this brewery, not dating their beers. So, It looks very much like the one I poured yesterday. It's a lighter, cloudier color. Almost looks like pineapple juice, or maybe half and half, orange, half pineapple. It's not a bright orange color. It's a little bit more watered down, about a finger of head on that pour. An awesome looking New England style double IPA. Looks good. Looks really good. It just saddens my heart that these guys don't think putting a date on it is important. So, to the nose we go. Oh, yes. And just like yesterday's beer on the nose, it smells like it has a little lactose in it. It's got a nice sweetness to it, almost like a milkshake IPA. Citrusy, pine, grapefruit, pineapple, maybe a little melon, tropical fruit notes, and maybe a little bit of oranges. Smells awesome, guys. It really does. It's just so sad to me that they don't think putting a date on this is important. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Greg. Thank you, my brother. I do appreciate it. Alcohol is very well hidden. That is a very pleasant beer to drink. I would buy this beer if I could get it here and had a date on it. Of course, I can't because they don't distribute it down here. So maybe before their distribution increases, they will figure out they need to put a date on their each individual can, and not just the carton, the 4-pack, the 6-pack, a case, whatever. That is very, very pleasant. Well, guys, my personal opinion, if I was to open up a brewery, and I thought about that at one time, many years ago. When I would buy the equipment, before I produced the first beer for distribution, I would make sure I had a dating machine that was stamping that on each individual package, whether it was a bottle, can, or whatever. To me, that's just important as a brewing kettle. But that's just my opinion. A lot of people don't care. They'll go in and grab it. Doesn't matter. They don't look. Whether it's a month old, a week old, a year old, it does not matter. So, to me, if I was a head brewer somewhere, and I'm selling you a beer that's a week old or a month old, I know you're getting a good beer. But if I'm selling you a beer that's a year old or older, because it doesn't have a date and you don't know, and I buy that beer, and I didn't like it because it was malty or way past its prime, and I'm not buying their beers anymore. I don't know if there's enough people to keep buying your beers once they've had that bad experience with your beers. So there's a fine line there between selling good fresh beers with a date on it and selling old beers that doesn't have a date on it. I know you're selling the beers, but you have no repeat customers if you're selling them old beers and they don't buy your beer anymore. So, but that's just the way this mine works, so I don't know. Let's get the back end pour. Let me swirl this around in case there's any sediment or chunkiness or floaties or anything else in there we should be getting into the glass. This is just as tasty as the one I did yesterday, and it saddens me that they think it's not important to put a date on it. It's going to cost them a grade point. So it's right out of the fridge. We're going to sip on it for a little bit, and we'll come back and give it a grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it about 45 minutes or so. Nice slicing of left on the glass. Awesome beer in the glass. It is very, very tasty. It's a damn shame that they don't think it's important to put a date on their stuff. So, it's what it is. Final chug. A good looking beer. A great tasting beer. Wonderful aroma. Very nice taste. I enjoyed this. If it had a date on it, I would buy it if it was available here. It does not, so I wouldn't. Final chug. Again, guys, just like yesterday's beer from these guys, it's a 9 beer in an 8 can. And that's where I'm going to put it. They don't think it's important to date their cans. So it is a 90 from me. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 96. I'm not going to touch that. You're going to have to date your stuff if you're going to get that grade from me. Over to Untapped. Untapped says 4.29. Again, that is pretty close to an A scale, borderline A minus A scale. It's A minus for me since they don't want to date their stuff. And they have the balls to put on their drink fresh and they don't want to put a date on it. How you know how fresh the beer is without a date. It is what it is, guys. So, once again, Greg, thanks for picking it up, spending your money on it, and paying to ship it to me. If this beer was available here, I would not buy it because it has no date on the can. Bottom line, guys. So, if you've had Glimpse from Roost Brewery, let me know what you think. I did enjoy this beer. It's a damn shame they don't think it's important to put a date on it, even though they want to put drink fresh on the label. Imagine that. So if you've had this one from them, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.